Welcome to World Cup 2026, the biggest football festival on the planet, or as some scientists are calling it, the ultimate 48-team circus. For nearly a century, we were all used to the perfect math of 32 teams. It was clean, it was simple, and it made sense. But this year, FIFA decided that more is better, and mathematically expanded the tournament to 48 countries. Let's look at the data. To fit 48 teams, the tournament format had to be completely redesigned into 12 groups of 4 teams. This means we are getting a massive total of 104 matches. From a fan's perspective, it's paradise. Non-stop football for nearly 40 days. But scientifically, does adding more teams increase the quality of football, or does it just dilute the drama? We are about to witness matches between global giants and nations that most fans would literally need to look up on Google Maps just to find. Grab your snacks and settle in, because we are analyzing the physics, the logistics, and the pure joy of the most chaotic World Cup in human history. Brain physics. When the circadian rhythm gets fooled. Let's look at the actual human biology here, because football at this level isn't just about talent. It's about biochemistry. Inside the brain of every single footballer, there is a tiny master clock called the suprachiasmatic nucleus. Think of it as the ultimate supervisor that controls the circadian rhythm. This biological clock tells the body exactly when to release cortisol for energy and when to pump melatonin to put you to sleep. For thousands of years, this clock worked perfectly based on the local sun. But in 2026, FIFA's travel schedule completely breaks the system. Imagine a star player flying from London to Los Angeles, crossing 8 different time zones. His body clock is still running on UK time. When he steps onto the pitch at 4 p.m. in California, his legs feel great, but biologically, his brain thinks it is midnight. This creates a massive internal conflict. Scientifically, your body temperature drops, and your reaction time slows down significantly during your natural sleeping hours. In elite football, a delay of just 0.1 seconds in reaction time is the difference between blocking a shot or conceding a goal. Let's translate this into daily life. Imagine you are fast asleep at 3 a.m., having a wonderful dream, and suddenly your alarm screams. Your boss bursts into your room, drags you out of bed, and forces you to sit a final university exam immediately. You would be dizzy, confused, and your brain would simply refuse to calculate the answers. That is exactly what a world-class striker experiences when his internal clock says, sleep, but the stadium lights say, run. The science gets even crazier when you look at muscle recovery. Your body repairs muscle tissue and flushes out lactic acid primarily during deep sleep stages. When you disrupt the circadian rhythm, you don't just feel tired. Your muscles literally stop healing at the normal rate. The risk of hamstring tears and ankle sprains increases mathematically by nearly 30%. So when you see a superstar miss an easy tap-in or pull a muscle in the 80th minute during this World Cup, don't just blame his form. Blame the fact that his biological clock is currently spinning out of control like a broken compass. The travel map, the ultimate physical gamble. Now, let's grab a giant marker and look at the actual geographical map of this World Cup. Because the logistics this year are mathematically insane. In the old days, a World Cup happened in one compact country. You could take a smooth 1-hour train ride between cities and call it a day. But in 2026, the tournament is scattered across an entire continent, stretching over 4,000 kilometers, from the chilly north of Vancouver, Canada, down to the tropical heat of Mexico City. This isn't just a football tournament anymore. It's an extreme airline endurance challenge. Let's calculate the pure physics of this travel gamble. Between the group stage and the knockout rounds, some teams are forced to fly over 10,000 total kilometers. To put that in perspective, that is like flying across the Atlantic Ocean twice, in less than 3 weeks. A squad might play a high-intensity match in the freezing rain of Seattle, pack their bags immediately, jump on a charter flight, and land a few hours later in the suffocating 35 degrees Celsius humidity of Miami. Scientifically, sudden changes in altitude and barometric pressure cause minor fluid shifts in human joints and increase muscle stiffness. When you force elite athletes to constantly adapt to these wild environmental swings, while trapped inside a metal tube at 30,000 feet, you aren't just testing their football skills, you are testing the absolute limits of human biology. For the average fan, This completely changes how we analyze the games. Tactical training sessions on the grass are basically luxury items now. Coaches don't have 3 days to practice corner kicks or build complex pressing traps. Instead, the team's schedule is divided into 3 simple phases: playing, flying, and recovering. The airplane cabin has literally become the new tactical dressing room. Players are eating specialized meals out of plastic Tupperware, wearing compression socks that look like giant space boots, and doing stretching exercises in the aisle while flying over the Gulf of Mexico. The traditional home court advantage is gone. Now, the ultimate advantage belongs to whichever country has the smartest logistics managers and the most efficient recovery algorithms. It's a high-speed logistical puzzle where a delayed flight or a bad hotel check-in can ruin an entire nation's World Cup dream before the referee even blows the whistle. The Biohacking Lab, Scientific Remedies of the Elite. So, how do these multi-million-dollar federations fight back against this geographical madness? They don't just give players a cup of strong coffee and hope for the best. In 2026, team buses and luxury hotels have been mathematically transformed into high-tech biohacking laboratories. The medical staffs aren't just doctors anymore. They are sleep jailers and light engineers who manage human biology with pure data. Let's look at the coolest piece of science first: light manipulation therapy. Remember how we talked about the brain clock getting fooled by the sun? To fix this, sports scientists use specialized light-emitting glasses. If a team needs a player's brain to think it is 8 a.m. instead of midnight, so he can stay sharp for an evening match, they force him to wear glasses that blast specific blue wave frequencies directly into his retinas. This instantly suppresses melatonin production, fooling the nervous system into peak energy mode. Conversely, when it's time to sleep on a rowdy charter flight, players don orange-tinted glasses that block all artificial light, signaling the brain that it's time to shut down and repair muscle tissues. But the biohacking doesn't stop with the eyes. Let's look at what happens below the waist. During those long 4-hour flights over North America, players are forced to wear special compression garments that look exactly like giant robotic space boots. These boots use sequential pneumatic pulsing, mathematically squeezing the legs from the ankles up to the thighs. This active compression forces blood to circulate back to the heart, preventing deep vein thrombosis and preventing fluid from pooling in the lower joints. It basically simulates a continuous deep tissue massage while the player is sitting at 30,000 feet. Finally, there is the strict Wi-Fi martial law. To ensure elite recovery, team doctors turn into strict high school dorm monitors. At a calculated hour based on each player's biological profile, the hotel Wi-Fi passwords are changed, and all personal smartphones are collected. Why? Because the blue light from scrolling TikTok or texting at night completely ruins deep sleep phases where muscles actually heal. Instead, players are given custom-programmed sleep pods with precise temperature controls that mimic the human body's optimal cooling cycle. It sounds intense, but when a single hamstring tear can destroy a $90 million investment and a nation's dream, science leaves absolutely nothing to chance. So when you settle onto your couch to watch World Cup 2026, remember that the drama isn't just about tactical formations or superstar goals. Behind every brilliant pass and every sudden muscle cramp, there is a silent, invisible war against physics and geography. This tournament won't just be won by the team with the best striker. It will be conquered by the nation with the most efficient logistics team and the smartest biohacking algorithms. Adapting to this giant continent is the ultimate equalizer in modern football. What do you think? Can your favorite team survive this chaotic airline endurance challenge, or will jet lag ruin their dream? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to join the lab, so you don't miss our next scientific breakdown of the beautiful game. Until next time, keep your body clock synchronized and enjoy the madness.